Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Feels like a long time ago, I think, that I've seen you, and it was only Friday. So I hope you've had a lovely, lovely weekend. I hope somebody has been lighting the candle this morning, ready for our collective worship together. And we will start by saying, peace be with you. Thank you, guys. That's great. And then I just wanted to share this before we start our assembly, of course. Thank you very much for supporting us. So there we are, myself and Mrs. Fraser. And it's quite hard to believe that it was only yesterday morning that we were jumping out from the side of that tall building. It was absolutely amazing. I'm not sure if Mrs. Fraser would agree with me. Mrs. Fraser was so calm and just the most wonderful partner. She didn't seem nervous at all, but I think once she got out on the ledge it was quite tricky, whereas I was terrified. And then once I got out there, I thought, oh, this is okay. We've got our medals, look, just to prove that we did it. But it was really great, and it was so worth it to have raised that amount of money. So look at that, nearly £2,000 that we raised for Tanzania. And or as importantly, several of you have sponsored new children, so thank you, because that's really what this is all about, making sure that those children are okay. So if you have sponsored a child, put your hand up if you sponsor a child anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's not in Tanzania. So have a look around. Now, if you don't, it is still something that you can do, and it really, really doesn't cost much, and you really, really, really will keep a little poppet alive. So if you're not doing that, and mums and dads could possibly manage it, then please nag them. Please nag them and say, I really want to sponsor a child, because you'll hear from that child. And certainly if you sponsor them from grassroots, we know that all the money goes directly to them, and that's what it's all about. And I'm hoping Mr. Yates is going to help me do a little bit of work on the GoPro films. Mrs. Fraser managed to talk all the way through hers, and it was amazing. I couldn't speak. I was just concentrating on not being blown off the side of the building. So they're quite different, but hopefully we can put a little bit of that together for you too, so that you can see, and certainly see the view from the top. Mrs. Fraser did a really good job of that. So my collective worship today is actually about strong minds. And part of the reason I chose this today was because I was thinking about putting your mind to something and being able to do anything. And lots of people have said to Mrs. Fraser and I, my goodness, how could you do that? And I think you can do anything. You can do anything you want to do. You can be fearful of things in life, not just coming out on the side of buildings, but anything. But you can overcome those fears if you have a really strong mind. So I wanted to tell you this story about strong minds, because I think that it might help some of you. So, Katie is a sporty and happy girl. She does well at school and has many friends. But like every girl, she faces difficult situations at home or at school. Sometimes things just don't go as she likes. So she's obviously thinking about the tricky things there. She is slow to get ready for school, making her parents grumpy with her. All her friends can do cartwheels, but she cannot. She is afraid to stand in front of the class to do show and tell, and her friends sometimes say mean things. Now, I bet some of you have been in those circumstances. One day, Katie read a book about strong minds. She learned that everyone has their own brain and they can make up their own mind. You can teach your mind what to do so that it can tackle any challenge with a positive attitude. When you practice, your mind gets smarter and stronger. It is okay to try and fail, because over time your mind can help you get better at anything you want. Kate decided, I've been calling her Katie. Kate decided to use her mind for all her challenges. I love this story. It's so true. That evening, Kate wrote a list of all her tasks that she had to do in the morning. Get dressed, brush her hair, brush her teeth, pack her school bag, and many more things. The next morning, she told her mind, do one task at a time until the whole list is done. This is such a good idea. Kate focused her mind on her task list, and one by one she finished the tasks and ticked them off the list as she worked through. She was ready for school with plenty of time. Her parents were very surprised. Look, some very happy parents there. So I wonder if that's something you could do. When Kate arrived at school, her friends were doing cartwheels. Kate never joined in because she couldn't do a cartwheel and she didn't want to fall in front of her friends. Kate told her mind, it's okay to try and fail because every time I try, I get a little bit better. She tried her hardest, throwing her hands onto the ground and lifting her legs, and she almost got the cartwheel right. Her friends giggled, but Kate felt good that she'd practiced. She'd told her mind, well done. She did really well there. Do you know, I could never ever do a cartwheel. Still can't. Never been able to. And I think I felt a bit like that. But you just have to keep practicing if it's something you want to do. That day it was her turn to do show and tell in front of the whole class. Standing before a big group always made Kate very nervous. She told her mind, it is okay to feel a bit scared. You can do this. Kate closed her eyes and imagined how she would deliver a great show and tell, speaking clearly, making eye contact and smiling more because she practiced in her mind. She wasn't so nervous in front of the class and even enjoyed her show and tell. Now, that's something that teachers sometimes have to do when they're doing assemblies because they don't always feel confident, you know. During lunch, she sat around with her friends in the schoolyard. Some of her friends started to be mean to her. Kate got very angry and felt like screaming. Then Kate told her mind to count to 10. That helped her to calm down, so she didn't feel like screaming anymore. Kate told her friend in a calm voice that she didn't want to be treated like that, and then walked off. Very good strategy there, Kate. Very good. In the evening, Kate had a basketball game. Her team were very unlucky that night. They were missing some of their best players and hardly any ball went into the hoop. The other team had many strong players and they were way ahead in the score. Kate was tired and felt like giving up. Then she told her mind, keep trying your best. Kate kept running and running as long as she could. Her team lost the game, but Kate still felt proud as she did the best she could. It's great stuff. Kate was very tired from a long day, but couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about all the things that had happened that day. Kate got out of bed and found her dad lying on the couch watching television while glancing at his phone. Daddy, Kate said. Her daddy wasn't really listening. Daddy, Kate said more loudly, you're not listening to what I say. She's brave, isn't she? Her dad looked up. Did you know you can tell your mind to stop looking at your phone and listen to me? You are right, said her dad. I'll put my phone away and concentrate on you. Can't you sleep? Kate shook her head. Let's play a game called Relax, called Rock the Boat. Kate and her dad both lay down on their backs and put a little paper boat on their tummy. They listened to some quiet music and took deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing made the boat rock on their tummies. After a couple of minutes, Kate's mind calmed and she started to feel sleepy. Now, if any of you have trouble sleeping, that is a really good one. Her dad carried Kate to bed and tucked her in. Kate asked, what were your 3 favourite things of the day, Daddy? It made Kate feel good when she heard all of the positive things that her dad had to say about his day. Well, watching you do your best at basketball was surely one of my favourite things of the day, said her dad, and that made Kate feel happy too. Kate fell asleep to her dad telling her all of his favourite things, and her mind grew just a little bit stronger that day. Oh, I really like that. And it always makes me think that to have a strong mind, you need to have encouragement and belief. But it doesn't have to be from other people. So sometimes people are very encouraging and people have real good belief in you, and sometimes not. Sometimes you will wish that maybe mummy and daddy are not on their phones so much, or you're getting more encouragement from your friends. So sometimes you don't always get the encouragement and belief that you really need at the time that you need it. But you know who can give it to you? Yourself. you can give it to you. So you can say encouraging things to yourself and you can believe in yourself, and then you will begin to have more of a strong mind. So if you tell yourself you can do things, if you tell yourself to be positive, and if you tell yourself it's okay to try and then fail, you will get a stronger mind. You have to believe in yourself, and that's so important as you start to grow up, because there will be times, like in different, maybe when you go to secondary school, there may be people that don't believe in you as much as you would like, or when you go into the workplace, when you're much older, there will be people that don't give you the encouragement and belief. I'm afraid that's just the way it is. So inside, you have to keep giving yourself the encouragement and belief. And you all know that you're really good people. So you can encourage yourself and say, I know I'm a good person, I know I can do this, and give yourself that encouragement and belief. And then I was thinking a little bit about the Bible. And in the Bible, Paul the Apostle talks about, it's in the 11th book of the New Testament, he talks about this and he says, I can do all the things through Christ who strengthens me. So Christians would believe that God is there to encourage and believe in them. And that's somebody else that if you want to, you can have those beliefs too. So in the Bible's just full of amazing things, as you know, that help us in life if we choose for them to help us. And I think that is a really important bit. And Paul talks about that and just says that Christ will believe in him and strengthen him. But it's just another thing that can help you in life. And then in the book that I just read, The Strong Mind, at the back of the book, I found something that was a bit like this. I changed it a little bit, as I do, but I really like this. The 4 C's, I really like this. So if you want to have a strong mind, you need to have commitment. I will do it, I will set a goal and do whatever it takes. You need control. So I really believe I can do it, and I will keep my emotions in check. So that's all about if you fail initially, don't give up. And also, if your kind of things aren't going well, don't have a tantrum. Just think, okay, I'm just going to try again, a different way maybe. Challenge, I'm driven to do it, I will accept the risks and the setbacks. That's again comes back to that bit where if it doesn't go right straight away, it will make me stronger. And confidence, I believe I can do it and I can do it. And that comes all the way back round to what myself and Mrs. Fraser did yesterday, because we had to have all of those things. We had to be committed, we had to be controlled, because even though we were feeling scared, we had to be controlled. We had the challenge and we had the confidence that we could do it. And someone said, oh, I couldn't do that to me yesterday. And I thought, well, I haven't got a choice. I'm committed to this. This is what I'm going to do. So all of those things will really help, the 4 C's. And then I thought we would just pray together to start our day. So put your hands together if you'd like to, and close your eyes. Dear Lord, help us to believe in ourselves. Help us to encourage ourselves to always be the people that we want to be and achieve whatever we want to achieve. Please help us and others to do these things so that we can make the world a better place. In your name, Amen. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining me this morning, and I will look forward to seeing you in the rest of the week around the school. And we have a live David Betts assembly tomorrow to look forward to. So if we could all keep our fingers crossed for the technical aspect of that, because it will be so lovely to see him. Take care guys. Have a lovely day.